Hello everyone and welcome to week 5. I hope you're having a great week. If I cough in the middle of this, I caught that crazy head cold, and so I'm getting over it, but I'm still coughing a little bit. So hold on and I'll probably stop coughing and get back to whatever I'm trying to say. So anyway, I've been reading your papers and responding, and everyone's doing pretty well in the class. I am definitely seeing improvements with the writing as every week goes on. I don't want you to worry about if you're missing a few points here and there. There will be some extra credit that you can do towards the end of the semester if you're missing some points on some micro themes. As long as you're turning stuff in, you should be doing well. If you haven't turned anything in, you definitely do want to come and see me. It's going to be really hard to catch up at this point. So you might want to think about coming and getting into my office hours as quick as possible. As far as the papers go, I am giving individual notes on the papers, and it looks like people are seeing those and are able to make some arrangements and shifts from that. I would make a suggestion. On the movies, I'm not really looking for direct quotes. Paraphrasing is probably fine in those papers, but whenever you're using a text-based material, a book, or an article, I am expecting evidence to support the ideas that you are addressing within your papers. So I have noticed that there have been some people that haven't been doing quite as well because of that situation. So do make sure you're including evidence to support your arguments. And then I would also suggest going over spell check a little bit, because some of you are just making some grammatical errors that probably could be fixed with another edit. Other than that, ideas are looking great, and I'm enjoying reading your material. So this week we're going back to the Terminator, T2. This is probably the most widely watched movies out there. I mean, I think they've shown it so much on television that it's incredible. So you've probably seen this one before, and that's okay, because sometimes we need to look at things through a different eye. And I was just actually explaining this in one of my other classes where we're watching The Hunger Games, and that's a very familiar movie, but watching something from an entertainment perspective is really different than watching it from a specific perspective. And on this, in this case scenario, we're again looking at technology. So interesting to think about technology in this movie. This one's very interesting, T2, because of the technology that they've come up with within the movie. There's also a huge leap when it comes to technology that we had in order to make movies. So green screening has come into play at this point. And so there's really a shift in that area too. They can do more by the time T2 has been created. So I would like you to look at technology again, nothing new, nothing crazy. Thinking about new forms of technology. Still, what's really interesting about this movie is they're still looking for a mainframe, right? That they can destroy. And I find that really intriguing. It's not until we get to the next one, spoiler alert, that we begin to see that technology has caught up actually with the ideas that were first established in Terminator 1. Which is intriguing in itself to look at the progressions of the movies, right? And how technology catches up with the ideas that are absolutely impossible in the first one. As Linda Hamilton says, Sarah Connor in the first one, I'm not stupid. They haven't invented that yet. By the time you get to the second and the third Terminator, some of the things that were unavailable in our world in Terminator 1 become actually feasible by the time Terminator 2 and 3 come out. So it's kind of weird when you think of it in that way. Just trying to get your brain going, thinking about the idea. So again, don't summarize, look for technology. Lots of technology in this piece. How does it relate to society? How does that affect what's happening and the choices, some of the ethical choices that we're making? Interesting idea to consider. Anyway, those are some thoughts. Blogs are due 10 through the semester, and those are looking good, and then micro themes due on Sunday. Okay, guys, I hope you're doing well. If you have any questions, make sure you come and see me in my office hours. I'm hoping you're doing well. Take care. Bye.